I love reading for many reasons, but perhaps the biggest one is that it allows me to escape from the world and lose myself in a good book. When I'm reading, I can forget about my worries and troubles and be transported to a different place and time. I can be a brave adventurer, a cunning detective, a powerful wizard, and all without leaving my chair. Reading also allows me to learn and grow. Through books, I can gain knowledge and insights and expand my horizons in ways I never thought was possible. I can explore new ideas and perspectives and gain a deeper understanding of the world and the people around me. I also love reading because it allows me to connect with others. When I read a book, I feel like I'm having a conversation with the author. I can hear their voice and see the world through their eyes. And when I discuss a book with other readers, I feel like I'm a part of a community of people who share my passion for reading. In short, I love reading because it allows me to escape, learn, and connect. It's a source of joy, knowledge, and companionship, and I can't imagine my life without it. Every word of what I just told you is true. Every word was also AI generated. Let's talk about that. So for those of you who are not aware, there is a new thing out called ChatAI, Chat OpenAI. Basically, you give it a prompt like those new picture generators, and it will generate words for you. I asked for a 200-word essay on why I love reading, and it put all this shit out. And if I'm being honest, I've said a lot of those things before, and I feel like I could tell you all that, and it's not untrue. But it's also not my words. But at the same time, I feel like it is superior to anything I could honestly give you. And it gives me this real dilemma because we're at this point where what is my point as a creator? I mean, I'm not the most creative person on here. The content I make, it's not exceptional. I just give my opinions on books, and let's be honest, my opinions are not special. They're one of many, and I'm sure you can find plenty of other people just like it. So why do you watch me? I mean, what is it you're looking to get? Just my personal experience, my personal opinions? Do you want insight? Because I feel like I could give better insight through this AI. I feel like anything that I say could be made better by this AI. If not just word for word, then at least through translation. I can't put a prompt in and I make it my own words, and I effectively give you what it spits out. But that's not what you want. If everybody did that, we'd basically just all be spitting the same thing. It's not sustainable. That might succeed for a while. I could lie to you, pretend like I have my own wonderful scripts that are suddenly just so phenomenal. But eventually everyone would do that. If everyone did that, it would all become the same. It would all be the same, filler material. I guess the question is, why am I making videos? I'm not sure I have anything more substantial to say here than here. Would you want to hear me just reading to you a script made by a chat AI? Objectively, I'm sure that sounds so wrong. But I put in some good prompts. I asked it to discuss the Earthseed religion, both as a philosophy and as a religion. And it legit made a series of a really good conversation, one that is probably be superior to anything I ever said. I would love to talk about this. I feel like I agree with a lot of the points, and the way it was able to target specifically what I asked, talking about Earthseed as a philosophy, but also as a religion, as two sides of the same coin. That was a conversation I'd love to have with y'all. But I could read this to you, and it would basically say everything I would want to say. I would agree with everything, but you don't want to hear that. I mean, do you? Would you want that? I feel like I'm in this weird position of this dilemma of wondering my own worth as a creator, because I feel like my channel would be just objectively better. And I'm not saying it would do better, but I'm saying objectively the quality would be better if I just use this chat AI. I don't know if I will or if I won't. I don't even know if I have a substantial conversation to have here. I'm just really conflicted. My instinct is just to use it because it's so much better. I could make so much more content if it did all the work for me too. That's the other side. Is it puts in the work. I might make a few tweaks here and there, but this is next level, and I do not know how to think about it and how it intersects with my goals as a creator, as someone who is trying to talk about books that I love and why I love them. And while obviously I do the best that I can on here, this can do better than what I have the energy for. And the question then becomes, if I don't use this, is my content worth making? I'm not going to stop, because I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I'm more likely to start using ChatAI, although I'll be clear, if I ever do actually decide to make a video where I use ChatAI, I will always make sure I am explicitly clear that what you're hearing is at least partially from an AI. I would never create that kind of content, but we're now at this position, this point where anyone could open this up, at least in the short form. I imagine I might have to start paying at some point, and get some really generic content. I can tell you how you can read more books. Like, I asked for tips for how to read a book. It gave me a decent list. I said, give me 5,000 words. It gave me 3,000-ish, but still, like, it was there, and it was pretty usable. And I'm just flabbergasted. Like, I hear people talking about it, and like, oh, this could replace me, and like, but no, I have my own creativity, and I can do this. But I'm not like, I am not the most creative person on here. And while I don't think AI can replace every person, I think there are people like myself whose quality of work, let's be honest, just doesn't come up to task here. And I just don't know how to think about that. I don't know how to move forward, because I feel like it's so bad to use this, but I could have such really good content with that, but it wouldn't really be my own. I mean, it would be AI generated. It's like the ultimate form of plagiarism, I feel like. I just have an easy copy paste. That's what it is, which is why it feels so wrong to use a chat. So I guess I'm positing you with this. Would you regularly watch someone who is open about using a chat AI to script, or at least create the framework for a video? Or we would effectively, I say we, because at this point I'm talking about myself, would just be a teleprompter. That's all I would be, a pretty face. But like, would you be any interested in that? Like, how much, if at all, can one use this without losing their own worth as a creator? Like, can I use this tool at all to try and bolster the quality of my own content without being like losing some integrity, I guess? Because I can't just read a script and pretend like it's my own. But at the same time, like, if I take this script that it gave me about Earthseed, it's fundamentally, there's its own framework. I don't see myself changing the fundamental framing of it. It could be a good starting point, the good talking points. I could like use every paragraph as, okay, I'm going to talk about this, this, and this. But I feel like that might still be too much. But at the same time, I have a full-time job. I don't know how to think about this. It just seems like the easy answer is it's wrong, don't do it, don't think about it. But I'm definitely thinking about it, and I feel so bad. But this is also like really cool and scary shit, and I'm just wondering your all's thoughts. Forgive me for the mediocrity of this discussion, because I don't have much substantial to say. It's the point of the video in the first place, because I can't help but think to myself, if a chat AI can make better content than you, should you even be making content? I don't know. I feel like I can't post this without it seeming like I have so much self-hatred, which I don't. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon, but it just seems like such an easy way to make my content better, and at the same time it feels so wrong. So I just don't know how to think about this and approach this, but this is like such ample room for discussion, and I feel like it's a discussion that should be had, because as booktubers, like, we are creators, right? It's supposed to be the closing of the video, but at the same time, like, I think to myself, think of the content that we make. Some of us, at least, myself included. It's so run-of-the-mill. Like, we have TBRs, we have wrap-ups, we have hauls. It's not an AI talking for us, but let's be honest, it's such generic content that I don't see it being any superior than a chat content. The difference here is that we could have an in-depth discussion using this content. It would be actual depth to discussion being had by this AI. It's not entirely accurate. You have to proofread it, but as a framework, it seems to do a really good job of giving decent depth to what it's talking about. And like, I already do this other generic stuff. I may use my own words, but let's be honest, it's just the same as everyone else. Copy and paste. I'm not judging people for doing that. It's fun content to make and watch. It's also easy for those of us who don't have the time. Anyways, this is my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. This is crazy stuff, and also a lot of fun to think about, to be honest. I'll go ahead and say I'm making my tree. I'm fluffing it still, so it's not entirely done. But I had to talk about this as soon as I realized I could make a video. I had to talk about it. Just had to. So let me know your thoughts on this in general. If you're another booktuber, let me know if you want to have a conversation about it. I could be up to having a discussion. This is something that really should be discussed more by us as creators. And anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and stay safe, everybody.